Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. You are knowing what you are wanting? Are you enjoying the expansion of your own personal desire? Really? Well, if that's true, we're not doubting you, well, a little. If that's true, that means that your desire and your belief are in close vibrational proximity. In other words, when you are enjoying the hatching of desire, that means you're not contradicting it with doubt. You're not contradicting it with beliefs. You're not saying, I want that, but... When you want something without contradiction, it feels fresh. It feels enlivening. It will give you vitality. There's an energy stream that's flowing purely through you in a non-resisted way when you want and believe what you want. Sometimes, if you have wanted the manifestation of something for a while and it has not been coming about, then your awareness of how it is in terms of its manifestation, how far along it seems to have come. Sometimes, if you've wanted it for a while and you can't see any, smell any, hear any, you can't see or experience any tangible evidence of its existence, then sometimes you begin to believe more in its not being there than in its being there. And everything that is important to you is like that. You have a vibrational habit of thought about the things you think about. And that vibrational habit of thought, that really is what beliefs are. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. It's a thought that has momentum. Law of attraction makes sure of that, doesn't it? Because when you think a thought, that thought is being answered by other thoughts like it. Law of attraction works that way. And the more you think about that thought, it feels to you that the more you're thinking about it, but what we really want to say to you is the more you're focused in the direction of something that causes law of attraction to bring you more like it. Ooh, didn't that sound different to you? When you are focused upon something long enough that law of attraction brings you more like it, in time, you develop such a propensity toward that vibration, toward that thought, that you begin to have beliefs around it. These words sound weird if you haven't been listening to us for a while, and they are music to your ears if you have been listening to us for a while, because you are vibrational beings, first and foremost, living in a vibrational universe. And law of attraction is sorting it all out. We want you to recognize that you have much more vibrational control than you have been exercising. Because most humans are focused upon the manifested what is, the result of the thoughts that you've been thinking. Not realizing that what is only as a result of the thoughts that you've been thinking. It's not some fact that now, because it's fact, demands or deserves you to think about it. It's the result of the thoughts that you have been thinking. Can you feel the distinction in that? But now here's a very interesting thing. There's no such thing as no in a universe that is based upon attraction. This is an inclusion-based universe, which means the things that you look at, that you want, that you say yes to, you include them in your vibration. They become part of your attraction. But those things that you don't want, that you shout no at, you also include in your vibration. Because the universe is not differentiating between the word yes and no. It is only differentiating between your attention to it or your not attention to it. You see what we're getting at? So you can shout no all day long at things you do not want, and they come to you stronger and stronger and stronger because of your attention to them. Isn't that a good thing to know? So what do you do? What do you do if you don't want that thing? I don't want that thing. I'm not going to think about that thing that I don't want anymore. That thing over there. I'm not going to think about that anymore. I'm not going to think about that anymore. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm thinking about it. I don't want to think about that thing. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. So what you have to do is think about something else. You think about other things. You just gradually, and it takes a little bit of time, it's gradual, shift your attention more and more to things wanted, and therefore not so much on things not wanted. But it's not an instant transformation. It's a general, gentle transformation. And it's helpful to understand what makes it easier and what makes it more difficult. So here are the laws of the universe simply explained so that you can understand how it is that things are coming to you or to others because of your attention. So when you give your attention to something and you're thinking about it in very general terms, in that general attention to it, there is less momentum. The more you think about it, the faster the momentum. So when you've given your attention to something, your undivided attention to something, and you've given your attention longer and longer, law of attraction just fills in more and more details for you. And the more detailed a subject becomes, then the stronger your point of attraction is. The more general you are, the less. And so when we talk about law of attraction, we have to use the word or put the word momentum into the equation, because if you understand that law of attraction and momentum go together, then sorting this out will be a very easy thing for you. The best momentum story we have, Esther was amazed when she first saw the streets in San Francisco. Didn't seem possible that people would want to drive up or down them. They were. There they were. Imagine putting your car at the top of one of those hills, taking it out of gear, taking the parking brake off, and just for fun, just to see if the physics of this universe are still in place, you decide to just bump your car a little bit from behind just to see what might happen. Well, it starts to move, but you come to your senses right away because you've been around here long enough to know about gravity and inertia. So you step right out in front of your car and it bumps up against you and the momentum stops, and it was easy to stop because it was very slight anyway. But you wouldn't want to be at the bottom of that hill stopping that momentum. So law of attraction is the same. The more time or attention that you've given to a subject, the more momentum it has. And you are not going to stop that momentum all at once. But it is important to know that while you sleep, the momentum of your thought does stop. While you're asleep, you are not encouraging the momentum. It gives you a sort of reprieve from unwanted momentum. And when you awaken, you have the ability to begin it in the direction of things wanted. That's just a little tip from the universe. That's just a little fact that may help you. If there are thoughts that you would like to begin thinking in a new way, don't do it at the end of the day after something has gone wrong that has your attention. In other words, when you're really upset about something, that's not the time to deal with it. Because dealing with something that you are upset with only increases the momentum of it. It gives it more sticking power. So here's the way it works for you in terms of emotion. This is how your guidance system works. So let's say you're thinking about something that you want. And as you think about something that you want, it's general. I want that because I want to feel good. But as you think about it longer, more and more details begin to flow into your mind. And so stay with us conceptually here just for a moment. As you think a thought, law of attraction will yield another thought like it to it. 17 seconds is all that takes for that thought to generate more momentum. Another 17 seconds, more momentum. So as you're thinking about what you want, not weighing the pros and the cons, not thinking about what you want and noticing that you don't have it, just softly, like you did when you were little, pondering what you want, thinking about what you want, the momentum of that wanted thought will become more and more and more. And that is a really nice thing for you to do for yourself, because as that thought gains momentum and it has no resistance in it, the thought feels good. And you would say, I'm excited about this. You would say, I'm so happy about this. You would say, I feel exhilaration about this. I'm passionate about that. You say that about things, don't you? Well, that's why. because you've got faster momentum going. Now, if the momentum isn't going fast, you might say things like, I feel satisfaction in this, or, oh, I'm feeling easy about this. No resistance, but there's also not very much momentum. So as you are understanding that you are offering vibration, and as you are offering vibration, offering thought, that momentum is always underway, because law of attraction is always underway while you're focused like that. So now let's introduce the other aspect to it that often happens for you. You're offering the vibration of desire, but you're also worrying about it happening. And as you worry about it happening, that part of your thought is gaining momentum too. Having a little sound dropping in and out is all well over there. You think it's this microphone? Do you think it's this microphone? That might be a good idea, because there's no point in wasting words on ears alone. So as you are offering a vibration of what is wanted, and law of attraction is causing it to pick up momentum, you have all of those good feeling emotions from that non-contested, non-resistant vibrational frequency. So now, let's say you are introducing some thoughts to the contrary. You're focused upon it not happening, or you're worrying about it not happening, or you're wondering about why it isn't happening. Those thoughts, also because of law of attraction, are gaining momentum too. So here's what happens. When you are thinking a thought that is non-resisted, and law of attraction causes more and 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 more momentum, the emotion within you feels better and better and better and better and better and better and better. But if you are, like most people are, weighing the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses, thinking about what you want and wondering about it and thinking about what you want, now law of attraction is responding to both vibrations that you consistently have active within you. And as law of attraction is responding to both of them, what happens is a sort of wobble in your vibration becomes more and more prominent. Until the more you think about what you want, and the more you notice it isn't coming, the more you want it, the greater risk in not having it. Sometimes you can get a really big wobble going on, and that's what those stronger negative emotions are about. Sometimes people say, well, maybe I should just not want something. And we say, that's not possible, because your life has caused you to launch the rocket, and the source within you is on it. In other words, you cannot stop your wobble by stopping your desire, because your desire won't stop. And you know why? Because the source within you is focused upon it in such a powerful way. Does that make sense to you? When you want something, you have a trajectory that was in place within you before you even came into this physical body. This trajectory of well-being, of worthiness, of high-mindedness, of powerful creation. Did we say worthiness, 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 well-beingness? This is the trajectory that you had going on. So when something in your life experience causes you to contradict that, you start a wobble. And that wobble never feels good. It never felt good. It will never feel good. You have no choice, if you want to stop the wobble, other than practicing the thoughts that are in harmony with who you really are. In other words, you can't be angry at someone and not wobble. You could if Source would be angry with them too. But that's not ever going to happen. So if you want the wobble to stop, you can't be disappointed in yourself and stop the wobble. Because the very feeling of disappointment is the feeling of the wobble. It's the feeling of the contradictory energy within your point of attraction. Hey, you signed up for this lifetime, but more specifically for this gathering where we are telling you the basis of who you are. You think you're flesh, blood, and bone, and you are, and you're beautiful. But that is such a minuscule part, because in every cell of that which you are is vibration, which is influenced, affected by the thoughts that you think.